Alright, hello, it's Apostle TC here. This is a continuation of my teaching on how to enter into the prophetic. So today I'm going to be teaching you on what is called prophetic portals. Now, what are prophetic portals? Prophetic portals are systems or pathways you use to enter into the prophetic or to prophesy, right? Now, the first prophetic portal I want to teach you about is what I call sound, right? Or music. But this is not just any kind of sound or music. This is a music that stirs up your spirit by the Spirit of God. Now, what people don't know is that sound is a medium of transport. It's a doorway. There are things that are called in the spirit high sounds, high frequency sounds. These are sounds that attract angels. These are sounds that are able to transport you from the natural plane into the spiritual plane. And there are levels in the spiritual plane. That is why if you see some prophets before they prophesy, they will begin to sing a lot. An example of such a prophet is David in the Bible. Right? He likes to play the harp and he wrote a lot of psalms. This is because when he wants to enter into the dimension of the prophetic, like the prophet Samuel taught him, he will introduce those prophetic sounds, right? That is why if you're going to be a very great prophet, or if you're going to be a prophet that has relevance, what you listen to matters. You can't listen to every kind of sound. I see a lot of people saying it on the social media, but this is for real. The sound you listen to, right, has the ability to tune your frequency, your spiritual frequency. So if you want to walk in the prophetic, what you need is prophetic songs, prophetic sounds, right? Another prophetic portal is what I call honoring another prophet. Yes, you heard me right. I know you're shocked to hear it, right? Another prophetic portal is what I call honoring a higher prophet or a higher grace. What it does is that it's like a battery charge. You have two batteries. One is low, one is high, right? The one that is high has the ability to jack up the one that is low, right? So when you honor a higher grace, what happens is that whether the person you're honoring or not likes it, there is a release of an energy, right? There's a release of an energy that stirs up the prophetic giftings in you, because you can have a prophetic grace and it is dormant. You need someone to stir it up. So when you honor a higher grace, what happens is that the person's spirit or the person's energy charges you up. Another prophetic portal is what I call prophetic rub-off, right? Now, in this kind of prophetic rub-off, you need a human vessel. There is how you dwell so close to someone. After a while, the grace on that person's life will begin to rub off on your life, right? And that is why you see most prophets, when they want to train people, they say, come and live with me, come and stay with me, or they will advise you to stay close to them so that that grace can rub off on you, right? So you see an example between Elijah and Elisha, right? Elisha was always following Elijah, and then the thing was rubbing off. See, if Elisha did not follow Elijah, he will not be able to see when Elijah will take off, because see, you need the seer's anointing to see when a man will translate. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I call the prophetic rub-off, right? You need to be close to someone, a vessel that is filled with the prophetic grace, so that it can rub off on you. So there are actually many prophetic portals, right? But these few are the ones that I just want to list for you today. I want you to try it. I really want you to try it. Find a song that excites your spirit and then meditate and see what happens to your prophetic channel, right? Or find someone that is high in the prophetic and honor that person. Get a seed. Even if the person doesn't pray for you, I'm telling you this by experience, get a seed and sow into that person's life. When you go back, pray and see what happens to your eyes in the spirit and your ears and your perception in the spirit. Or if you have the grace to work with prophet, because working with prophet now work not be something where you could also wake up they do like that. You guys get endurance. You understand? So if you have that endurance, you work with that prophet closely, and I promise you, see, it won't take up to 3 weeks. You will notice that all of a sudden you're praying, there's a flash of a vision, there is the discernment of spirit, there are many things that are popping up. Sometimes it can even be so much that you can begin to prophesy without knowing. When the thing now happens, you say, I think this thing, I said this thing, you understand?